Hi there YouTube, Extreme Trains here. In this video we're looking at another one of the 2026 metal collection / re-release engines of the push-along or metal engine range. This video we're taking a look at Yong Bao. Yong Bao is an interesting character because he came right at the end of the CGI series in the Big World, Big Adventures era. But he did get some merchandise in All Engines Go, and so I'm excited to be able to do that comparison, and let's see which of these is the better toy, and the answer may surprise you. So what are you waiting for? Let's do it. Alright, here is the box for Yong Bao. Again, how they're picking the characters to release, I don't understand. Like, was he a popular character? Or are they just trying to put the characters who were in All Engines Go for, like, continuity purposes? Lord knows. Anyway, it's the same box that we've seen earlier, again with that CGI picture, which I think is quite nice, actually. Come right to the back, again, rest in pieces. It's a sad, boring box, but the same with the previous engines we've looked at. 2026. So yeah, how these have ended up on the shelves is odd, and I don't think I've ever seen the copyright on a toy predate the release of the toy, so I do wonder if someone at Mattel is getting fired. But what's really interesting, if you are in Australia at the moment, Gamesmen, which is a kind of hobby, it's a gaming store, but they also stock collectibles and hobbies. They have a fantastic Transformers range if you are into that. Quite near my house, about a 15-minute, 20-minute drive from where I live in southern Sydney. They have a fantastic online store, great customer service, highly recommend them. They have started stocking Thomas stuff, and they actually let you buy each of these engines. So they have this current wave of these push-along engines, including Thomas and Percy from this style. They let you buy them like one. They're a little bit more expensive than you would pay from buying them from a store, but you can actually pick the engines you want rather than most other online stores. For example, Big W, where it's a random selection. So this is non-sponsored. I just thought I'd let y'all know. Anyway, what are we waiting for? Let's crack Yong Bao open and see how he compares to his All Engines Go counterpart. Oh no, what's that face? We'll do the in-hand appraisal, although I'm a bit terrified of what I'm going to see. Alright, here he is. Wow. I don't remember if I reviewed Yong Bao in that party set that I did look at. It shows you how unmemorable these toys were, in that I did review some of them back when they came out in 2019, 2020. But, you know, that was also a lot of other stuff happening during that time, so perhaps that is why I have forgotten. But I don't know if I've seen his face before, but it's terrible. I tried to look when I went to the store to see if maybe mine had been misprinted. No, he looks so sad. What the hell? This is crazy. Like, this is it. Who designed this face? How did you cook this up this badly? Like, it's terrible. What a cock up. Yeah, that's a fail of a face there. Right there, what a fail. The dragon head, I think, looks okay. I like the details on it. Got some nice printing, but yeah, that face is a disaster. I like that we got the cowcatcher details on the front, but nothing is picked out in paint. Then we come around to the side, and again, if we just hide off those wheels, he looks okay. Perhaps a bit fat. He's a thick. But I do like that there's lots of molded detail, and a lot of it has been picked out with paint, which is personally surprising. Same with even the smoke deflector detailing and the printing on the side. So in terms of detailing, I actually think this Yong Bao looks pretty decent, actually. This is closed on the back, but I think that's actually accurate for how this engine was, perhaps? Maybe not. I have in my brain that's right, though, so someone will correct me in the comments. And then I like that they've done this stuff in green, and it's a separate molded part with, you know, the pistons and the cylinders and everything. So from here up, I think he looks okay. I think he's better than Edward in terms of detail. The wheel situation on him is sad, but, and this is the but, unlike Edward, he did have lots of wheels, so this is not as terrible, I don't think, to have this kind of spaced out wheel arrangement when they're just trying to approximate lots of wheels. I think it looks less bad because he doesn't have an iconic wheel configuration unlike Edward does. Again, we've got that funky printing here on the bottom that's different to the other printing. I don't quite know why they've done that, but yeah, that face is terrifying. Now we come to the tender, and again, it's the same as Edward's tender. Yeah, it's the same mold. He's just got a different little part on the top. The little part, again, on the top looks pretty nice. I think it looks relatively accurate to the show. It's printed on the top, that's nice. The dragon, yep. Again, though, the buffers being the wrong way around. Like, these tenders just feel terrible. They're so light and plasticky and, like, hollow. Ugh. And again, the big wheels. It's a mess. It's an absolute mess. Like, these are just so messy. Yeah, and again, he looks very squat and fat, too. So Edward, you know, kind of gets away with it, and I will compare the two. Edward is so much taller, even though Edward is a much smaller engine. Like, what on earth was going on here? Like, how did that happen? How did they, like, what the... Oh my god, I actually can't. Like, and you compare, like, Thomas to this guy, like, this... These lines have never had particularly good scaling. I mean, I know people could love to bang on about how good Erdl was, but even Erdl's scaling was naffed. It was just different naff. They're all weird scaling, it's just different scaling problems. But this is cooked. Like, why is Thomas so much... No, absolutely not. Absolutely not. And then... This is the spicy part. We bring in the All Engines Go Yong Bao, who again, I didn't mind. I thought he was alright. I was disappointed that he didn't have wheel printing, but otherwise I think it was pretty nifty looking. I'll just put them side by side. Obviously the detailing is different because the styling of the show is very different, but I mean, you know, that face is just a disaster. You let me know in the comments down below which one you would prefer to have. Oh, look, there you go. Some of it scratched off the paint. That's unfortunate. I don't know if I did that or if it's in storage just on that. You know, the little crown looks different, but I actually think the little crown on this one looks like less stupid, to be honest. Although he doesn't really have a proper funnel on this model, but... You know, it's all swings and roundabouts. This tender is infinitely better, and that little piece of die-cast they stick on the bottom makes a lot of difference. This feels so much more premium than this. And I mean, you can just look at the differences. Like, yeah, this one's a bit funky, but it's just it's so much nicer. It's such a nicer little piece. At least there's the buffers in the right place. So yeah, again, I'd be curious to know your thoughts down below, but I think the All Engines Go version of this character might have it in terms of something that's a much more cohesive, that's for sure, particularly with the other engines in that range. So, you know, again, that's the style of printing that it has. So yeah, so that is the review for Yong Bao. That face is cursed. He's a cursed one. I thought Edward was not great. He's definitely worse. The scaling issues, the naff face, plus all the problems with this line generally, it's not for me. I mean, look at that. His tender is taller than he is. Sorry, I just can't get over how, like, stupid this whole thing is. Anyway, I'm going to need to stop ranting because otherwise, you know, the YouTube algorithm's going to flag me for something. So I'm going to close out this review. This one is a no from me. Do not recommend at all. No. Yong Bao can be a peg sitter. If you're going to get one of these, get Edward. He's better. At least he kind of scales with the other engines. That's what we've got time for. Thank you very much for watching. I look forward to reading your comments down below. This is Extreme Trains.